Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to the first video in our series on crafting the Apollo 11 spacecraft entirely out of leather from scratch. This series is broken into multiple videos with step-by-step instructions to make it easy to follow. In this video, we'll focus on creating the back frame of the Apollo. The spacecraft is designed as a piggy bank, and each video will provide detailed guidance to help you through the process. If you'd like to craft this project alongside me, you can find the pattern linked in the description of this video. To start, after printing the pattern, double check that the measurement of the small square on each page is accurate. The template is designed to be printed at 100% scale on letter-sized paper. You can either tape the pattern directly onto the leather, or as I prefer, glue it to thin cardboard to preserve it for future use. So with our template glued and ready, we can start working our way with the frame. For this project, I'll be using two kinds of leathers, blue and white French goatskin as the main hides and vegetable tan leather for the lining. Normally, I would use the vegetable tan leather as the main hide, but the goatskin has such a lovely appearance that I decided to switch it up and try something different. To begin, we need to cut our main leather piece into a more manageable section. I'm cutting the blue goatskin slightly larger than the frame's template and doing the same with the 1mm vegetable tan leather. Since this is a thin leather, you can easily cut it with a good pair of heavy-duty scissors, or if you prefer, a traditional leather knife. Before gluing both pieces together, I sealed and polished the vegetable tan leather with some carnauba cream and a piece of cloth. This process is straightforward. Spread the cream evenly on the leather surface, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then buff it with the cloth until it achieves a shiny appearance. Next, glue both other pieces together using a glue applicator. If you don't have one, an old plastic card works well to spread the glue evenly. For small pieces like this, I prefer using my fingers for better control. Once the pieces are glued together, apply some weight and leave them to dry thoroughly for about 20 minutes before proceeding. Since the template is glued to cardboard, it provides some thickness which we can use to guide ourselves and mark the outer contour with our scratch awl. Place the template over the leather and use your scratch awl to mark the outer line. With the template still in position, mark all the stitching holes at once. To make the holes, you'll need a round chisel. For this project, I'll be using two chisels, one with 2 prongs and another with 6 prongs. I'll start with exterior holes using the 2-prong chisel and a poly mallet over a cutting mat that I use for this job. Although I have a poly block, these tend to bend over time, making them uncomfortable to use, so I prefer a small cutting mat. The holes in the middle section are a combination of straight and curved lines. It's crucial that the holes are made at the exact distance where they are marked. Since the large chisel doesn't match the distance in this case, I'll continue using my 2-prong chisel for this section. With the holes made, we need to cut out the circular shape of the frame using our leather knife. I recommend using the most comfortable leather knife you have for this task. There are many types of knives available and everyone has their preference. Personally, I find that thin X-Acto knives like the one you see here are the best option as they are easier to handle and more convenient for cutting around curved sections. When cutting out the leather, it's best not to try to do this in one go. Instead, pass the blade several times around the outer line you mark with your scratch awl. This approach will result in a safer and cleaner cut. Next, it's time to paint and polish the edge of our frame. For this, I'll be using blue heatable edge paint and a paint applicator. Apply the paint slowly and carefully. Since this is a circle, gravity can cause the paint to drip if it's too tilted. Therefore, I suggest painting a small section at a time and allowing the paint to dry before moving forward. Ensure you place the piece somewhere stable where it won't move while drying. After the first coat of paint has dried, you might notice some stiff fibers around the edge. To flatten this, you can use a wooden edge slicker and gently rub the edge before applying another 1 or 2 coats of paint to the frame. Once the edge is completely dry, you can use your edge slicker again to proceed to polish it using Tokonole burnishing gum and a small piece of canvas. Simply apply some gum to the edge and rub it with the canvas to create friction. Working in small sections will yield better results than trying to rub the canvas over a large area. Finally, you can use the slicker one more time to make the edge even smoother, and after that we're done. This is how the circular frame should look in the end. In the next video, we'll go over the booster sections using the same leathers and edge paint. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.